Research is the basis of every innovation. Everything you own, everything you have is started as research. Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon, said, "Research is the creation of new knowledge." And this will be your guide on how to conduct research, either for simple paper research in your classroom, master thesis, PhD dissertation, or even at your job for business research. This video will focus on research from a broad perspective, the 5 steps involved in conducting research. Let's start by defining what is research. Research can be defined as an activity of systematic inquiry that seeks to answer a problem. Another definition is research as a process is a series of linked activities moving from a beginning to an end. Research usually begins with defining the issue or the problem. Then the second step is designing the research project. The third step is collecting data. And the fourth step is interpreting the research data that you collected. And finally, report research finding. And this is a very important, because the reporting your research finding will depend on the goal of your research, why you're conducting research, and what is the aim of your research. Let's examine those steps closely. The first one is identifying an issue or a problem. This step focuses on uncovering the nature and the boundary of a situation or a question that need to be answered or studied. In defining the issue or the problem, you first determine an area of interest. Review the literature, identify new area in your area of interest, and then the last step is develop a research question or a hypothesis. The second step is designing the research project. This step is focused on creating a research plan or overall research approach to how you are going to solve the issue or problem identified. A research plan or approach is a framework or a blueprint for conducting a research project. Doesn't matter if it's biology, mathematics, psychology, or business, you need this blueprint. It's detailed the process necessary for obtaining the required information, and its purpose is to design a study that will test the hypothesis of interest, determine possible answer to research question, and provide the information needed for decision making. Creating a research design means making decisions about your overall aim and approach. Generally speaking, are you looking to conduct a quantitative research or qualitative research or a mixed methodology? The type of research design you will use. Is it a descriptive research, experimental research, or observational? Your sampling method or criteria for selecting subject. Your data collection method, interviews, survey. The procedures you will follow to collect data. Your data analysis method. The third step is collecting data. This step revolves around obtaining information that will need to be solved. You need to solve the issue or the problem identified. Data collection can involve experimental observation, interview, questions, documentation, and records. Interpreting research data. Analyze and evaluate the data. This step is focused on interpreting and examining the research data and coming up with conclusions that solve the problem. Make sure that the conclusion is easy to understand and well thought out based on the data. Reporting your research finding. This final step is report the research finding to those who need the data to make decision. The finding should be represented in a comprehensive form so that can be readily, easily used in a decision-making process. Communicating your result of your study research will vary depending on why you are conducting the research. It can be for a classroom project, master thesis, a PhD dissertation, or a business sitting for your stakeholders. So all of this needs to be taken into consideration and will play a role on how you are communicating or how you are presenting your research data. If you found this informative, click the subscribe and notification button so you don't miss on the upcoming videos.